What's up, guys? I'm finally back. It's been a long time since I've posted a video. I've just been busy over the winter doing other projects that weren't car related, but it's only a couple months away until drift season starts, so there's a lot to get done on the 2JZ E36. And then after that, we're going to be starting a new fresh build, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that because it's going to be super exciting. So at the last event last year, I went off track and ended up smashing up the radiator, putting a hole in it. So I needed to replace that. We've got a new Mishimoto one right here. I got the same one I got before. This Mishimoto radiator has worked super well for me. The car never got hot. So I went ahead and got what I know is already tested and works. And we've already got it modified with our AN bungs, got the filler neck cut off of it. And then we also have a power steering pump and a fresh steering rack. I've been having issues with the power steering leaking on this car. I know a big part of it is actually from the reservoir, but this rack and the pump probably have at least 150,000 miles on them. So I want to go ahead and replace those so that I know they're new and fresh and I shouldn't have any issues with them. And then we have a couple other odds and ends like a legit fire extinguisher mount. And then a bunch of cosmetic stuff, a wing, a new seat, a new harness, all kinds of stuff. And we're going to be doing full body work on this car, so pulling all the dents out and then getting the whole thing painted. It's going to be sweet. I can't wait for that, but first things first, I need to get it back on the road so I can drive it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the car jacked up and start pulling out the steering rack. Alright, so I got the car up in the air and got all the power steering lines disconnected. And so what I'm going to do is just disconnect the tie rods at the knuckle and then unbolt the rack, unbolt the steering shaft, and then just drop the whole rack down. So quick tip for you, whenever you're trying to get out ball joints like on the end of this tie rod here, you just want to tap where the ball joint bolt or stud goes into, so like the housing here on the outside. If you just tap this steel right here, the tie rod should just fall right out. Alright, that one was being a little stubborn due to the pressure of the tie rod in there. It was at an odd angle instead of being straight up and down. So let's see if my trick will work on this side. She's out. You might ding up the steel just a little bit with the hammer, but those are solid steel, so you're not going to hurt them too much. You can always just take a little grinder, clean them up if you need to, but it definitely beats trying to get a puller in there or anything like that, in my experience at least. So now we just need to unbolt the rack and the steering column, and we should be able to drop it out. Alright, so I got the steering rack and the power steering pump ready to go back in. I had to transfer the old tie rods. These are actually, I think, E90 tie rods. They're longer than the stock E36 tie rods to work with my cut knuckles. And transferred over the cooler line with AN fittings. And then the pump, you have to transfer the pulley and the two AN fittings that I have, and then the bracket. So now all I have to do is throw those back in, and then I can get the radiator put back in, fill it with coolant, and we should be good to start it. Alright, so day 2, I finally got the rack put back in and got all the power steering lines reconnected. So now I can go ahead and work on getting the radiator in, which means bash bar, oil cooler, intercooler, and all that stuff go in with it. Alright, so you can see me struggling to fit the radiator in here. It always was a tight fit, but I never had a problem getting it in and out without the bash bar. but I made this car so that it would be easy to work on, and I did not like how it was fitting when putting it in with the bash bar all on. So in the end, I decided to just go ahead and pull the angle grinder out, make some clearance, and have it fit a lot better. Alright, so we got the 2JZ E36 in my home garage now. It's all put back together and running and driving. So now I can focus on body work. The next thing I want to do is get all the body work taken care of and then get the car painted. I need to get that done ASAP. I've got about a month before the first event of the year. So I want to get all that done, and then there's going to be just a few odds and ends left to button up. I think I need new front wheel bearings and a few other things like that. But we're going to take a pause from this car and move on to a new project that I'm super excited for, and I think you guys will be too. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video so you can see what that's going to be. Until then, peace out.